All right, Pope Francis hosted and participated with some other cardinals, you're going to see it here, in a pagan ceremony invoking not the Father or the Son or the Holy Ghost, not invoking for intercession the saints of the one true church, but invoking Western Grandmother and the circle of spirits. Let's run the clip. My good friend, Matt Gaspers, has the clip picked out. Y'all recognize Matt. He's on this podcast frequently. Thank you, Matt, for pulling the clip. Here it is. Turn the volume up. Listen to the words carefully, my friends.
I'll open the 4 directions. I will whistle 4 times. This is a wild turkey bone I've had for about 20 years, and I use it in my ceremonies. And before I do that, I'd like for you to put your hands on your heart, each one of you.
Look at all the cardinals there. They are participating in a pagan, non-Catholic liturgy. And they're wagging their fingers at you saying, you cannot participate in the traditional Latin Mass.
The heart can be like a talking stick, but that's where the Creator put wisdom in humans. And we often need to remind ourselves of this. It's an important gesture. I asked the Western Grandmother to give us access to the sacred circle of spirits.
Why is the Pope participating in a liturgical ritual asking the Western Grandmother to open up the circle of spirits? People, this is demonic. You don't play with pagan rites. You might as well just pull out the Ouija board. Invoking the Western Grandmother? People said, who is the Western Grandmother? Somebody said Nancy Pelosi is the Western Grandmother. She's on the West Coast. No, I don't think they're talking about Nancy Pelosi. And he's blowing the whistle 4 times for the 4 directions to grant access and open up. I mean, this reminds me of the 80s movie Ghostbusters. We're opening up portals here? What? Francis Bergoglio, what are you doing? Invoking the Western Grandmother to have access to the circle of spirits. I don't want any access to the circle of spirits. He's going to restrict the ancient Roman rite of the Catholic Church. Traditional baptism, restricted. Traditional confirmation. Traditional holy sacrifice, the Mass. Traditional penance, confession. Traditional breviary, liturgy hours, restricted. Extreme unction, traditional. The ancient ordination rites, gone. Bye-bye. You young people out there watching the Dr. Taylor Marshall podcast, you want to have a traditional wedding? Francis doesn't want you to have that, but you can blow your whistle and invoke Western Grandma, and he will put his hand on his heart and honor that. And what's crazy is you got the cardinals sitting right there.
And before I do that, I'd like for you to put your hands on your heart, each one of you.
No, do not do that. You cannot participate in pagan rites. According to the old canon law, they are all automatically excommunicated right there.
Be like a talking stick.
That's the other thing. Your heart is like a talking stick? What? What does this even mean? Francis the Destroyer, dividing the church, reducing the sanctity, issuing stamps of Martin Luther, coins of Pachamama, putting Pachamama in St. Peter's Basilica with processions and incense. I came home from work and my kids were in the living room invoking Western Grandmother in order to get access to the circle of spirits. I would throw over tables and start sprinkling holy water and saying, stop what you are doing. You are bringing demons into our home and into your hearts and into your lives. Stop this nonsense. Get your rosary beads, get the holy water. We're going to start praying. We got to call a priest in and exorcise our home because y'all have strayed off the path into paganism and in superstition. That's what a dad does. That's what a father does. That's what a holy father should do. That's what a pope should do. That's what the vicar of Christ should do. What does he do? He invites the diabolical and the demonic into the church. I'm at a loss. I do not see how Francis Bergoglio can be the vicar of Christ.